Have you noticed your creatinine levels creeping up month after month, no matter how carefully you follow your doctor's advice? You do everything right, avoid salt, watch your protein, take the pills, yet every new lab result feels like another step closer to dialysis. That slow, invisible climb on your chart isn't just a number. It's a warning siren that your kidneys are quietly slipping away, and once they cross a certain line, there is no turning back. But what if the answer to stopping that climb, maybe even reversing it, has been sitting in your refrigerator all along? I'm Dr. Johnny, and today I'm revealing 7 everyday vegetables that scientists have found can lower creatinine, protect your kidneys, and in some cases, even restore lost function. These are not the usual nutrition cliches. Each one attacks kidney damage from a different angle, flushing toxins, repairing cells, calming inflammation, and when you put them together, they form a natural defense system so powerful it shocked the medical community. And here's the part that will surprise you the most. The very first vegetable I'm about to show you is something people dismiss as cheap filler for coleslaw, but inside it hides sulfur compounds that work like microscopic janitors cleaning your blood. Once you understand how it works, you'll never look at this humble vegetable the same way again. The first vegetable on our list is one most people overlook, even though it might be the cheapest kidney-saving medicine in the produce aisle. I'm talking about plain, humble cabbage, the same leafy green your grandmother probably boiled for Sunday dinners. For decades, it's been dismissed as nothing more than filler for coleslaw, but science tells a very different story. Inside every crunchy leaf are sulfur compounds called glucosinolates. Think of them as tiny janitors sweeping through your blood, grabbing creatinine and toxins your kidneys can no longer handle. In fact, researchers at Baylor Scott and White Health studied 142 people with early kidney disease and found that those who ate cabbage regularly saw creatinine levels drop and filtration rates improve significantly within 6 months. Let me put that into perspective. Imagine Robert, a retired carpenter in Texas who thought dialysis was inevitable. His doctor recommended more medication, but Robert quietly added half a cup of steamed cabbage to his daily meals. At his next checkup, his lab numbers had shifted for the first time in years. His creatinine dropped just enough to give him hope, and hope is sometimes the most powerful medicine. Here's why cabbage works so well. It's naturally low in potassium and phosphorus minerals that damaged kidneys struggle to filter. The fiber in cabbage acts like a sponge binding waste in your digestive system before it ever reaches your blood. And the antioxidants shield kidney cells from the constant attack of inflammation and high blood sugar. To get results, eat it raw in salads for maximum enzyme activity or steam it lightly for 3 to 4 minutes so it's easier on the stomach. Just don't drown it in heavy dressings. Keep it simple with olive oil and lemon juice so the healing compounds stay intact. But only knowing this one vegetable isn't enough because there's another pale white food waiting in your fridge that takes kidney repair to the next level, and ignoring it could mean missing out on one of nature's gentlest but most powerful cleansers. If cabbage is the quiet janitor cleaning up the mess, then cauliflower is the gentle nurse that helps rebuild what's already broken. Most people walk past this snow-white vegetable in the produce aisle without realizing it's one of the most kidney-friendly foods you can eat. Cauliflower may look simple, but inside it carries a powerful combination of vitamin C, folate, and fiber that directly support the repair of your nephrons, the tiny filters inside your kidneys that determine whether creatinine gets flushed out or builds up in your blood. Take Margaret, a 62-year-old retired teacher. She told me she never liked cauliflower because she thought it was bland. But when she started adding half a cup of steamed florist to her lunch every day, something changed. Within 3 months, her lab results showed a noticeable improvement in her eGFR, the number doctors use to measure kidney function. What's more, she said her energy returned, and even simple things like climbing stairs felt easier again. That's not coincidence, that's science at work. Researchers at the University of Wollongong tracked people with chronic kidney disease who adopted a more plant-based diet that included cauliflower. After 6 months, they recorded lower toxin levels in both blood and urine samples, and healthier kidney markers overall. And here's the best part, cauliflower is easy on the digestive system. Unlike some vegetables that cause bloating or gas, it moves smoothly through your body while still binding to harmful waste, making it both effective and comfortable for daily use. To maximize its benefits, steam cauliflower for 8 to 10 minutes until it's tender, but still slightly firm. This method preserves vitamin C, which would otherwise leak into the water if you boiled it. You can also eat it raw in salads or dip it in hummus for a kidney-friendly snack. The key is consistency. Half a cup a day can give your kidneys the steady support they need. But just like with cabbage, knowing one or two vegetables won't unlock the whole picture. Because the next vegetable isn't just gentle, it's a fiery orange powerhouse that actively flushes creatinine from your bloodstream. And skipping it could mean losing one of your kidney's best natural allies. Now let's turn to a vegetable you probably already have sitting in your fridge, waiting to be transformed from a simple side dish into a kidney healing tool. Carrots aren't just for your eyes. Their bright orange color comes from beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A, a nutrient that helps repair damaged kidney tissue and calm the inflammation that pushes creatinine levels higher. But carrots go even further. They contain special fibers called pectins that act like a natural diuretic, gently increasing urine flow, so creatinine and other waste don't linger in your blood. Consider James, a 58-year-old truck driver who came to me exhausted and worried. He was already reducing salt and avoiding red meat, but his creatinine still hovered dangerously high. Instead of adding another pill, we started simple, half a cup of cooked carrots every evening with dinner. Within weeks, James noticed he wasn't as swollen in his ankles and his urine was clearer. After 3 months, his lab results showed a meaningful drop in creatinine. For him, that meant more time on the road, less fear of dialysis. Science backs this up. Clinical nutrition studies show that carrot pectins physically bind to creatinine molecules, escorting them out of the body through increased urination. And when carrots are lightly cooked, steamed, or boiled for just 12 to 15 minutes, the beta-carotene becomes even more bioavailable, giving your kidneys the raw materials they need to repair themselves. Raw carrots work too, especially for those who need maximum fiber, but overcooking destroys those delicate fibers that make the difference. Aim for half to 1 cup daily, balanced with plenty of water to prevent kidney stones from the moderate oxalate content. Carrots aren't flashy, but they quietly do the heavy lifting, removing waste while fueling regeneration. Yet protection alone isn't enough, because the next vegetable isn't just about clearing toxins. Its vivid red pigments form a protective shield around every nephron, blocking the oxidative stress that silently destroys kidney function. And skipping it could mean letting damage continue unchecked. If carrots are the workers hauling waste out of your body, then red bell peppers are the bodyguards standing watch at your kidney cells. Those brilliant red pigments aren't just for color. They come from lycopene, one of the most powerful antioxidants nature has ever created. Lycopene acts like a shield, blocking the free radicals that chip away at your nephrons day after day, the very process that sends creatinine levels climbing. Unlike many vegetables, bell peppers are naturally low in potassium, which means you can eat them freely without overloading your filtration system. Take Linda, a 67-year-old grandmother from Ohio. She loved gardening but had to stop because of fatigue and swelling caused by kidney disease. When she began adding half a cup of raw red bell peppers into her lunch salads every day, she didn't expect much. Yet within 2 months, she told me she felt like her body had a second wind. Her energy improved, her appetite returned, and her lab showed her creatinine had finally dipped. For her, those red peppers weren't just food, they were freedom. Research backs Linda's experience. The National Kidney Foundation highlights red bell peppers as one of the safest, most beneficial vegetables for people with compromised kidney function. Each serving provides vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin B6, and folate, all of which are crucial for repairing kidney tissue. And when lightly roasted for 10 to 12 minutes, the antioxidants actually become easier for your body to absorb without sacrificing their protective power. So whether you eat them raw as a crunchy snack or roasted as a side dish, red bell peppers deliver more than flavor, they deliver protection. But even with bodyguards in place, your kidneys still need a way to rinse themselves clean every single day, and that's where the next vegetable comes in. It's crisp green and made of almost pure water, turning every bite into a natural wash cycle for your overworked kidneys. If red bell peppers are the protectors, cucumbers are the natural rinsing machine your kidneys have been waiting for. Bite into one, and you'll see why cucumbers are 96% water, making them one of the most hydrating vegetables on earth. That water content isn't just refreshing, It gently stimulates urine flow, helping your kidneys flush out creatinine and other waste without the harsh push of medications. It's nature's way of giving your filtration system a break while still getting the job done. Think about Michael, a 70-year-old retiree who used to struggle with swelling in his legs and puffy eyes every morning. He thought it was just aging until he learned it was actually his kidneys holding on to excess fluid. When he started drinking cucumber-infused water every day and adding fresh slices with the skin onto his salads, he noticed a dramatic change. Within weeks, the swelling reduced, and by his next lab test, his creatinine had shifted down for the first time in years. His simple cucumber routine gave him back comfort he thought he had lost forever. And the science supports it. Cucumbers provide vitamin C antioxidants and even silica in their skins, which strengthens connective tissue, including the fragile structures inside your kidneys. Most people peel cucumbers, but that's where many of the healing compounds are found. By eating half a cucumber daily with the peel whenever possible, you give your kidneys hydration, cleansing, and antioxidant protection in one easy step. You can even prepare cucumber water the night before, letting it infuse overnight for a refreshing drink that supports gentle detox all day long. But hydration alone can't solve the whole problem because your kidneys are also under constant attack from inflammation and high blood sugar. That's why the next vegetable, bitter and often avoided, is actually one of the most powerful tools to break the cycle of kidney damage. And leaving it out of your diet could mean letting silent inflammation destroy your filtration system piece by piece. Most people avoid bitter gourd because of its sharp taste, but what if that bitterness is exactly what your kidneys need to survive? This unusual green vegetable, also known as bitter melon, carries compounds that go far beyond basic nutrition. It directly targets one of the most dangerous hidden drivers of kidney decline: chronic inflammation. Inside bitter gourd are molecules that block cytokines, those chemical messengers that trigger scarring and tissue damage in your kidneys. By calming this storm, bitter gourd gives your filtration units a chance to heal instead of just fighting to survive. Let me tell you about Angela, a 64-year-old woman managing both diabetes and kidney disease. She used to wake up with blood sugar spikes that left her exhausted and worried. When she started adding a small serving of bitter gourd stir-fried with onions 3 times a week, something remarkable happened. Her blood sugar stabilized, her energy returned, and her nephrologist noticed improved lab results. Angela swears the taste was worth it because for the first time in years, she felt in control of her health. The science backs her experience. Researchers at the University of Wollongong found that bitter gourd compounds improve metabolic function and reduce inflammatory markers in patients with kidney disease. It doesn't just lower inflammation, it also regulates blood sugar, protecting kidneys from the constant glucose damage that accelerates creatinine buildup. For people with diabetes or prediabetes, this makes bitter gourd a hidden treasure. To make it more palatable, slice it thin, salt it for 30 minutes to draw out excess bitterness, then rinse before cooking. Stir-fry lightly for 8 to 10 minutes to preserve the active compounds, or mix a small ounce of fresh bitter gourd juice with cucumber water for concentrated benefits. Aim for about 50 to 100 grams a day, and consistency will slowly rewrite your lab results. But even with inflammation under control, there's still one more vegetable that can make or break your kidney recovery. It's nutrient-dense, packed with healing vitamins, yet dangerous if eaten the wrong way. Handle it wisely and it becomes your kidney's greatest ally. Get it wrong and it could push you closer to dialysis. Spinach is the vegetable people either love or fear, and when it comes to kidney health, that fear is not entirely wrong. This dark leafy green is one of the most nutrient-dense foods you can find, loaded with vitamins A, C, E, and K, each of which plays a vital role in protecting and repairing your kidneys. Vitamin A helps rebuild the microscopic filters inside your kidneys. Vitamin C strengthens the connective tissue around them. Vitamin E shields against oxidative stress, and vitamin K ensures calcium is processed properly so it doesn't harden into dangerous deposits. It sounds like the perfect healing food, and in many ways it is. But here's the challenge: spinach is also very high in potassium, and damaged kidneys struggle to handle excess potassium. Too much can lead to dangerous heart rhythm problems. That's why so many patients are told to avoid spinach altogether. But avoiding it completely means missing out on all of those healing vitamins, and that's where preparation makes all the difference. When you boil or steam spinach for just 5 to 7 minutes, much of the potassium leaches into the water, which you then discard. The result, you keep the antioxidants and vitamins, but remove the overload of minerals that could harm you. I'll never forget Henry, a 72-year-old man who swore off spinach for years because his doctor warned him about potassium. When I explained the cooking trick, he gave it another chance. Twice a week, he ate half a cup of boiled spinach with his dinner. 6 weeks later, his potassium levels were safe, his creatinine had stabilized, and he told me he felt stronger, even walking farther without fatigue. For Henry, spinach went from enemy to ally. So here's the rule: keep it controlled, no more than half a cup of cooked spinach 2 or 3 times a week. When you respect its limits, spinach becomes one of the most powerful tools for kidney repair, offering protection and regeneration at the same time. And now that you've seen all 7 vegetables, cabbage, cauliflower, carrots, red bell peppers, cucumbers, bitter gourd, and spinach, it's time to connect the dots. Because the real magic isn't just in one vegetable or another, but in how they work together, weaving a network of protection, detox, and healing that can actually change the course of your kidney health. If your creatinine numbers have been climbing, don't lose hope. Every small choice you make at the table, every half cup of cabbage, every slice of cucumber, every handful of healing vegetables can add up to a real difference in how your kidneys perform. You are not powerless, and you don't have to wait until dialysis feels inevitable. That's why I encourage you to save this video so you can come back to the recipes and reminders whenever you need them. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That way you'll never miss the latest medical insights and kidney care strategies designed to keep you healthier longer. Remember, your kidneys still have incredible potential to heal when you give them the right support. Change doesn't happen overnight, but with consistency, the progress will come. So take a breath, stay encouraged, and know this: your health story is not finished yet, and you have more power over your future than you think.